Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. This is episode 374, halfway through December already, inching towards Christmas and Hanukkah. And so, of course, today we're going to have a few gadget gift guides with some of my favorite people on the show. We've got Carley Knobloch, Stephanie Humphrey, Meredith Sinclair, and Amber Mack. 4 tech titans, if you will. I don't know, virtual vixens. I'm just trying to be clever with the alliteration. All right, let me just say all 4 guests are amazing women who will share some recommended gear and games to gift to loved ones or yourself this holiday season. First off, though, I'm going to play another interview from Amazon's AWS Re convention last week in Las Vegas. This time, it's tied to a robot that can copy your hand-painted designs. So benefits to the painter, which we'll get to, and the painting collector, which again, we're going to cover right off the top of the show when Chloe Ryan joins us in a moment. Wow, all female guests on this week's Tech It Out. Love it. Who said tech is a boys-only club, right? All right, so we have a packed show to get to. Tech It Out is powered by Intel Core Ultra PCs, Series 2 PCs, AI-powered laptops. That I'll tell you more about shortly. But let's officially kick off this brand new show with our first interview. All right, so here at AWS Re in Las Vegas, and I'm sitting down with Chloe Ryan. She's founder and CEO of Acrylic Robotics. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
I know you had a busy day yesterday. You were on stage with a robot demonstrating what Acrylic Robotics does. So let's dive right in. What is it that the company does exactly?
Yeah, so we're a robotics and generative AI startup. We're building the world's first way to produce real painted works of art for the mass market. Whole idea here being that on one side, you've got these low quality, lifeless photo prints that everyone is used to, but that don't hold a candle to the original. Very big gap. And then you've got the originals market. So galleries, auction houses, and the like. Sotheby's, Christie's.
Super wealthy people who own them.
Very wealthy people, yeah. And it is really a crazy power law. Two-thirds of Americans have never bought a work of art. To me, that's a staggering number. If I put that in context of how many of people listening or people around listen to music every day, read books, art is really the last archaic and exclusive art form. So we're trying to change that narrative by, building the world's first way to produce real quality works of art that are at a price point that, the everyday person can afford.
When you're talking about the prints that we buy, because we obviously can't afford a Monet or whatever, you buy it from like a flea market or something, or a retail store at a mall or whatever, and then you bring it home and it's in a frame and it looks nice, but you're saying your work that Acrylic Robotics does, when it replicates the original painting, is it better color? Is it textured? Like, what's the difference? How would we know the difference?
Yeah, the difference for us is really the texture, the relief, and the three-dimensionality. There's actually some really cool neuroscience research that they looked at, a hand-painted original versus the equivalent photo print, and they showed that in the brain, so actual data, that the emotional intensivity was roughly 10 times higher for something that has, you can see the real brushstrokes. There's something about how your motor neurons light up as you imagine how an artist must have moved to create the strokes versus this flat print. The pigments aren't the same. There's actually actual metal molecules in real paint that change the way that the colors interact with your eyes and stuff like that.
They're alive. Like paintings can look alive.
100%. When you see it side by side in person, it's really night and day. It clicks immediately.
All right, so please walk us through how Acrylic Robotics works then, from start to finish.
So the core system that we've built is how to turn some form of input into a painting that looks indistinguishable from something made by the human hand. How that works from a technical standpoint is we will capture an artist's brushstrokes while they paint. Usually that's done today on a digital tablet or an iPad, so you can imagine an artist painting on a digital art software like Adobe Illustrator or other, and then we track the pressure texture, the pigment, the speed.
Using like a stylus pen usually?
Exactly, yeah. Using a stylus pen usually, or some sort of digital art pen. Like if you've ever seen a kid drawing on an iPad, it's usually that sort of the same thing. And then we've built algorithms to have the robot control the robot while it does the exact same strokes over and over again. And then the other technology that we've been building is AI algorithms that will let us go from an image to a painting. So, I upload a photo of my dog, or I generate something, with a text prompt, and then we're working to figure out how to paint that in the style of an artist who has to opt in. We need their consent, and we always give them credit and compensation, and we're running that through AWS's SageMaker platform.
Okay, so on one hand, it mimics what the human hands can do. In other instances, it's using generative AI to generate an image, but still, again, guided by a person. It's not replacing the human, it's augmenting the work. But to go back to digital input, if you're using a pen on a tablet or on a screen, like an iPad screen, how do you get that texture that we talked about? Isn't that when you use real paint on, say, canvas?
Yeah, people are surprised often when they see what the digital art looks like. It's really quite realistic nowadays. If you can imagine, a lot of video game rendering, for example, looks very realistic when you're watching it.
Yeah, it's not flat.
No, it's not flat. You can actually see how the paints blend together. Counterintuitive, but it's quite effective.
So again, I just want to play devil's advocate for a moment, Chloe. We are chatting with Chloe Ryan. She's founder and CEO of Acrylic Robotics. We're here in Las Vegas at AWS reInvent. For people listening thinking, great, robots and AI, I was already worried about them taking my job. Now it's going to be your painter. So what would you say to that?
I think there's a lot of fear, and I think that in some cases it's very well placed. When people see a video of one of our robots painting, there's a lot of, oh my God, that's terrible. For me, I encourage people to think of this like any other technological disruption to the creative industries. One example being the camera. Like if you look at headlines from when the camera was first invented, it was all, this is the death of art, the end of art as we know it, the end of portrait painters. And, for example, what we saw there is that actually portrait painters, it's roughly the same percentage of society, but also the invention of the camera allowed for the invention of film and for the invention of video and now short form video and Netflix and all these different creative forms that we love.
Yeah, there's always fear at the beginning.
Yeah, there's always fear. And I think for me, it's about how can we, navigate that in an ethical and pro-artist way. So I always talk about the 3 C's, consent, credit, and compensation. So how can we make sure we've been very careful in how we've built our AI models to make sure that we're not training on an artist's data without their consent ever, which is quite different from most text-to-image models.
That's great. Great to hear. And just going back to compensation, I also like that this gives another revenue stream to a quote-unquote starving artist. So yes, of course, they can sell their painting once, and then I'm sure they get some royalties from prints, which you're arguing don't look anywhere near as good. It doesn't have the feel that the original has. So this allows someone to monetize their original artwork by selling reproductions of them that are indiscernible from the original.
Yeah, I think a lot of artists who are initially resistant to this idea, you've been brought up in this fine art ecosystem that's all about restrict access, limit the number of people who can see your piece at the gallery, VIP previews. And because that's what you need when you can only make one of them, because you have to sell it for as much as possible. And I'm very excited to be championing a whole new way that artists can create value, which is not through restriction, but actually through widening access to, your friends, your family, people on the other side of the globe. I think people, a lot of people have lost sight of the fact that art lives when it's seen. And when it's locked away in some wealthy person's bunker in the Alps, that's not how art gets distributed. And so that's really how we see artists starting to transition to earning from that.
I guess unless the argument is that by having reproductions of the original, it could devalue the original, which is the counter argument. But they're still the original. And as long as that can be proven, that's right. Yeah,
it's actually, so when I started the company, that was my perception. Most research shows that actually when you make replicas, prints, or eventually, we call them auragraphs. The idea being that we can capture the aura of an art.
Oh, I like that. Aurograph.
Thank you. Yeah. It was a sort of a sit up in bed at 4 a.m. and that's the word. So, be it prints or autographs, typically when you make replicas, it actually increases the value of the original.
Cool.
Because there's this perception that, 100 people want this piece and I have the original.
Yeah.
But besides that argument, for me, I really just see it as, for example, in music, it's number of streams, books, it's copies sold, and we are not used to that value system in art because you can only make one of them. But I think once we introduce this, we'll be able to start seeing artists valuing it in that new way.
Second last question, Chloe. Since this is radio or podcast, people are maybe envisioning like a humanoid robot. But to be fair, it's more like an arm, a giant arm. Is that right?
Yeah, like if you've ever seen a photo or video of a car manufacturing plant, these big robotic arms. So it's not a humanoid robot. It is a lot faster than a human. It doesn't take coffee breaks or lunch breaks. So, and we can run them 24/7. People are scared of the idea that it's a robot, but I also point to the idea that every print you buy is made by a robot. It's a printer and you're used to it, but it's still just a machine.
Fair, it's a machine copy. And then finally, where are you at with this technology? And is there a website where our listeners can go to learn more and perhaps buy something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited that it works finally. So we've got robots up and painting. You can see videos of it painting if you're curious on our Instagram. It's at Acrylic Robotics, so ACRYLIC Robotics. And then our website where you can actually go buy pieces, www.acrylicrobotics.ca. And yeah, we're open to consumer sales. We're actually about to go live on the Wayfair's Paragold platform in a couple of weeks. So people will be able to check us out there. And then we're also, looking at doing our first, working with our first hotels and corporate spaces and Airbnbs and the like.
Love it. Fantastic, Chloe. Congratulations. I hope it continues to do really well for you. This is very exciting and certainly a lot of buzz here at the show about it. So kudos. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
I have to admit, I didn't really get it at first until I understood about the texture and the color, how they look like a real painting, not just a print. Very cool. When we return on Tech It Out, the first of 4 gadget gift guides. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. If you're in the market for a new PC, there's never been a more exciting time. Thanks to extremely powerful devices infused with AI, plus longer battery life than we've ever seen before, countless designs like touch and convertibles that can turn a laptop into a tablet by simply bending it. There's stunning OLED displays and super thin and light form factors. As usual, Intel is leading the charge, now with brand new Intel Core Ultra PCs Series 2 laptops that are powering a new generation of portable PCs across more than 20 computer manufacturers. They can deliver much more performance, up to 80% more for gaming compared to last year's machines. Yet, amazingly, consume up to 50% less power to do so. This translates to battery life of more than 20 hours with some applications. By fusing a CPU with a GPU for graphics and a new NPU or neural processing unit, these Intel-powered Windows 11 laptops are capable of delivering better AI experiences through Copilot Plus, including up to 4 times faster image generation compared to last year. Now available, these new Intel Core Ultra Series 2 laptops are branded with a 200V series naming convention to indicate it's a Series 2 model. Intel.com has more. That's Intel.com. It's gift-giving season, and if you've got kids to buy for, your own or maybe other relatives or your friends' kids, then we're going to get a few great ideas for you right now with Meredith Sinclair, lifestyle expert, TV personality, and author of the book, Well Played, The Ultimate Guide to Awakening Your Family's Playful Spirit. Hey, Meredith, good to chat with you again, and happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Hi, Mark. It's great to talk with you. I hope you're having a good already December kicking off, the holiday season.
Yeah, it happened so fast. It was the summer and I blinked and here we are. I'm
Totally.
sure I'm not alone. So I know you've got a couple of great ideas. You always do. And I want to start off with something that I could have used your help with like 2 weeks ago. My wife, Kelly, and I bought a baby monitor for friends of ours who had a baby. But you've got a good one to recommend.
I really do. This is just the most innovative baby monitor. It's from Harbor, and so it's known now as the most reliable and high quality infant monitor on the market. So it was designed by parents, and unlike other monitors that rely solely on Wi-Fi, Harbor offers dual connectivity through Wi-Fi or radio, and it includes a backup access system to keep it functional even if your connection is lost. And as young parents, you do not want the connection to be lost when it comes to your monitor, right?
True.
And another feature I love is that it can send gentle haptic alerts to one parent's smartphone or watch, which allows the other parent to keep sleeping. And again, as young parents, you know how important that is.
Just to clarify, for our listeners, haptic is a slight vibration that you may get on your phone or your watch. It sends a little notification to you silently, but it just gives you a little nudge. Yeah, love it.
Exactly. So you can pick which parent needs that alert that night, who's on duty. And then also what I love, this is really interesting, it has a remote night nanny service that you can tap into with trained infant care specialists, and they can assist you if you need that. So it's like all these great little backups. So it's a great gift for any new parents for sure.
All right. So the Harbor Baby Monitor, it's a video baby monitor on steroids.
Yeah.
And then as baby grows into toddlers and then into tweens and teens, I think you've got a gift idea for budding fashionistas.
I definitely do. Teens and tweens girls, they are so into the skincare and nails and makeup right now more than ever. And so this product is called the Cool Maker Go Glam Nail Studio, and it's by Spin Master. So what's really cool about this, it's got everything your young manicurist might need. So you can pop, paint, and press with their nail stamper. They have paint polish applicators that are really easy to use. They even have this thing called their nail mask, which goes over top of their hand and just really focuses on the nail so that the nail polish doesn't get all over their skin. And, the kids are going to love all the beautiful nail designs. So they have like shimmery flowers and smiley faces and hearts and butterflies. So it's very compact. Everything goes inside there. And so it's like, again, a dream manicure set for your teens and tweens.
Awesome. And I'm a big fan of the company Spin Master, and they're headquartered in Toronto, where I'm based. And then finally, Meredith, we are chatting with Meredith Sinclair, parenting expert and tech expert as well. And finally, you've got a smartwatch idea for kids.
I sure do. And this is really for, again, all the kids that are asking for smart technology this year. This is a parent-approved device. So it is from the creators of the Bark phone. So this is the Bark Watch. And this watch is really ideal for families who aren't ready to give their kids fully loaded smartphones, but want to introduce them to safer tech. So the Bark Watch isn't only just cool and fun to wear. It also has these great safety bits in it. It monitors texts and photos using their advanced content monitoring. And it also doesn't allow apps or browsing. So it's all really, safe and self-contained. And it also has a GPS location tracking and an SOS button for emergency contacts. So it's got everything that the parents are looking for and all the stuff that the kids want to in a smart tech watch.
Awesome. So that's called the Bark smartwatch, which is how I would say my name now being stuffed up. It sounds like I'm saying Bark instead of Mark.
That's right.
All right, Meredith. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and always great chatting with you. Is there a website that we could direct our listeners to go to see these products in action?
Yes, they can actually just follow me on Instagram at Meredith Plays.
All right, at Meredith Plays, and it's MEREDITH. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. Thanks so much for your time.
Hey, thank you, Mark. Really appreciate you always letting me come on and chat with you about all this stuff. And have a great holiday, too.
Thanks. Once again, that was Meredith Sinclair at Meredith Plays on social media. When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to continue on with that theme. So grab that pen or your phone and open up the Notes app and jot down some ideas, because we're going to chat with Carley Knobloch with some Microsoft-related gift ideas, including Surface, Xbox, and more. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Are you still trying to decide what tech to buy your friends and family this holiday? Well, you're not alone. From PCs to gaming and maybe a little AI thrown in there for good measure, tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch is here with her holiday gadget gift guide. Hey, Carley, thanks for joining us today, and happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you.
Why, thank you, and thank you for having me. We are definitely in the final stretch of the holiday season, but there is still time to grab the perfect gift. So I am working with Microsoft today on all kinds of great ideas that I cannot wait to show you. For the gamers and the tech lovers in your life, there's something for everyone here.
All right, so we're ready to tech the halls. Why don't we start with PCs, whether it's for work or play or school? What are your picks?
Yeah, I love it. I've got two ideas here. First up, I've got the Surface Laptop 7, which uses the speed and the smarts of AI to help you do more faster. This is going to be the theme today. Plus, it's razor thin. It's got a big, fabulous screen and the longest battery life of any Surface. So that's the Surface Laptop 7.
Right.
And then I've got the Surface Pro 11, which is the best of both worlds because it's portable like a tablet. It's got the power of a laptop, and it's all in one. It supports up to 3 external 4K displays. It includes 2 USB-C ports. It's got a stunning 13-inch display with amazing bright colors. It's got Wi-Fi 7 for fast connections and optional 5G so you can stay connected anywhere. So it's really full-featured. Like I said, it's got that laptop vibe and then that tablet vibe when you need it, and it's really everything to everyone.
It sounds fast, seatbelt not included. So I love the idea of doing more in less time, and you've already hinted at AI features. This is obviously one of the big differences between today's laptops and the ones that came even like a year ago. So what does that mean exactly, the AI when it's on the device itself?
Yeah, a lot of people are hearing so much about it and maybe they don't know exactly what it means. So it's a great question. Let me share with you what AI can do for you on these PCs, because sometimes really hearing about the practical applications helps kind of drive the message home about what's possible. So you can use something called Co-Creator in Microsoft Paint to create amazing artwork. So you just describe what you're thinking about, and then your imagination just literally comes to life. It would be something really fun to use on a holiday card, actually. You can sort of dream things up and then make them reality without knowing how to be an artist.
Yeah, for sure. Or I was going to say, put it into a presentation for work or school. You're allowed to for free, which is pretty cool. Or on your website. I like the greeting card application, especially this time of year.
Yeah, it would be really fun. Applications are really limitless. And once you start using it, you start thinking about other ways that you would use it, and you kind of get hooked. The next feature that I want to describe is something called live captions, which transcribes audio into English, even if it's in one of 44 different languages. So you can actually even speak into the computer's microphone and have it translate in real time during a catch-up with, let's say, your nonna in Italy or, a relative in a far-flung place. It will, translate for you, and you can have conversations in different languages. So it's kind of fascinating.
Awesome. I wish I had a nonna in Italy.
Me too.
Right. Somewhere to stay, some good food to eat. But no, I love the picture that you're painting.
Yeah.
Pun intended, with Microsoft Paint and some of the AI features in there. I think you've got a couple more examples of AI, practical AI applications for us.
Yeah, 2 more things. There's something called Windows Studio Effects that adds really cool audio and video filters to your device's camera and your built-in microphone so you can look good and sound great on all those Teams calls or any content that you're creating, and get kind of as wild as you want with effects, but it's all built right in. And then finally, the Copilot app, which is sort of your everyday AI companion, is available on these PCs with a click of a button, helping you brainstorm, unlock creativity, be more productive, all those things. And the app is also available across iOS and Android mobile devices so that, AI can really be with you everywhere.
Love it. Yeah, I've got a Copilot Plus button on my Windows PC here as well, and super handy. So you've touched on productivity, creativity, accessibility, and there's so many other applications for AI. Love it. Now, let's put our gaming hat on, Carley. We are talking with tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch, here to help us get ready for the holiday season, whether you're buying a laptop for a loved one or for yourself. We're not going to judge. What about something for gamers? I know you can game on these laptops, but Xbox is still very hot and you can play it on your huge screen TV.
Absolutely. I mean, Xbox is legendary. Everybody knows the Xbox and loves the Xbox. What I have here today is the Xbox Series S. It's the best value in gaming, and it's Microsoft's most portable console ever. It's very lightweight. It's a really small form factor, and it's compatible with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is a membership service that includes hundreds of games like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, or classic franchises from Minecraft to Madden. There's literally a game for everyone. But the Xbox has become so much more than a gaming device. As you know, you can also use it to stream your favorite content from apps like YouTube, Spotify, Netflix, and more. So it's a versatile and kind of multifaceted machine, good investment for both gamers, and then just having a streaming box that, you know, can kind of be like a nice, like I said, slim and kind of small form factor on your console and do all kinds of stuff.
And for pricing, by the way, we're going to plug a website in a moment where you can grab links to pick up these items or read more about them, see videos of Carley demonstrating them too. So with that in mind, any last shopping tips for us as we head into the holidays? And where can we find out all the info that you've covered today, including pricing?
Yeah, well, I would just say holiday shopping doesn't have to be stressful. At Microsoft Store, you can shop with perks like 2 to 3 day shipping, flexible ways to pay, and price protection until January 31st, so that's nice. If you're in a rush, you can check Microsoft Store's countdown sale for same-day gifts and save hundreds on the season's hottest games, movies, and more. And if you're not sure what to get for someone on your list, the new AI-powered store assistant can help you find the perfect present, so you can literally talk to AI about what AI-powered gift you might want to buy for the people that you love. And then to find everything I covered today, you can head to Microsoft.com. And if you do want to see those videos and demos and things like that, you can always head to inthenews.tv.
All right, inthenews.tv or Microsoft.com for the laptops, the Xbox Series S, Game Pass Ultimate, and more. Thank you so much, Carley. Wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season. All the best.
Thanks, Mark. Always great talking to you. Happy holidays.
Hey, before you go shopping, don't forget to start at slickdeals.com or open the app or install the web browser extension because you can save a ton of cash. It's a site with millions and millions of shoppers who work to find the best deals on the hottest tech and other items, and they all vote on it. And if it makes it to the front page, then you know it's a really great deal. So slickdeals.com. Why spend more money than you need to? Again, it's slickdeals.com. When we return on Tech It Out, tech expert Amber Mack joins us. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. We cover cybersecurity a lot on this program and how you can best protect yourself in the digital age, even if you're not super tech savvy. One part of the solution is securely shopping online. And so I'm thrilled about my partnership with Visa on Tech It Out, as they've made some significant investments in fraud prevention over the past 5 years, as much as $10 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B, to support Visa's brand promise to protect the financial information of individuals and businesses. Zero liability means peace of mind when you shop online using your Visa card. There can be no half measures when it comes to cybersecurity, which is why the company takes an aggressive and multi-layered approach to combating the rising threat of malicious software and other threats by well-funded and global criminal enterprises. Read more about Visa and how securing the world's payments is priority one at visa.com/security. That's visa.com/security. The holiday season is upon us, so of course it's the perfect time to learn about the hottest picks for teens and tweens. And so who better to turn to than tech expert and supermom, Amber Mack. Hi, Amber. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me, Mark.
Of course. And speaking of being a supermom, I remember you brought your son to a Cricut event last year. We're both a fan of these cutting machines. So why don't we start there? I know that's one of your gift ideas. What's new from Cricut?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've actually been a Cricut user with my son for a few years. I know you're very familiar with the brand too. Just recently, I tried out the Cricut Joy Extra. And so this is a compact cutting machine that is designed specifically for beginners, great for those DIY projects. The software is super simple. It's called Design Space, and it allows you to create those customizable projects and holiday gifts, things like personalized greeting cards. You can print stickers for water bottles, print designs for t-shirts. The list of things goes on and on and on. So Mark, it is just such a fun way to be able to create with the whole family in the holiday season, but really all year long.
Cricut, for those who haven't yet played around with one of these devices, it's spelled CRICUT, not cricket like the sport or the bug. So for all of these items, by the way, we're not going to talk pricing. I would just recommend you go to ambermac.com and you'll be able to read her latest blog post that has photos for all of these items and links and Amber's description for all of them. And to use Cricut's design space, you need an internet connection. For many of our listeners, it may be time to upgrade their router. What do you have in that regard?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a great gift for the tech savvy team, but really for the whole family as well. It's the TP-Link Archer BE550. This is one of the fastest routers available. Your teen will absolutely love this, especially if they spend a lot of time streaming or gaming. It features Wi-Fi 7, which is 4.8 times faster than Wi-Fi 6. Basically, that means that it helps to remove those wireless pain points from the home. You can connect hundreds of devices and you don't have to worry about buffering, lagging, or congestion. So really great to help to alleviate the concerns that many of us have when our kids are calling downstairs saying, Mom, the Wi-Fi is broken. This is a great pick for that.
Yeah, they yell that to me because the router's in my home office. They're like, Dad, yeah, I hear that too. That's a good point that it's not just about speed, which is important, especially if you're going to be streaming 4K video or playing online multiplayer games. But Wi-Fi 7 supports more simultaneous devices, which is, you look at an average home today and there's probably dozens of things connected to the internet. So great suggestion there from TP-Link. And one of my favorite laptop companies is ASUS. I think you know that. And so I was happy to see a laptop from them on your list as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is just such a phenomenal laptop. That's the ASUS ZenBook S16. This is a powerful and lightweight laptop that is great, yes, for that student, but also for the young professional. So really a wonderful investment in terms of a laptop that has a bunch of great features, including 20-hour battery life, for example. Also love, and I think I actually saw you talking about this, that it's made from a material called Ceraluminum, which is new to me, which means that it's scratch resistant. Just great for that on-the-go student or worker, really an investment in the next few years if you have someone on your list who needs a good quality and portable laptop.
Yeah, I like saying buying tech is kind of like buying clothes for kids. Try to go a little bit bigger than you need today or better, just so you don't have to replace it so fast, right? If you buy, it's like, I think any parent can relate to buying clothes for kids when they grow so fast. You want to go a little bit bigger. And same with laptops. I had my last ASUS laptop for 6-7 years. So you really, which is really great. So it's got that AI baked in, 20 hours of battery life, and then that new material, which is, I believe, exclusive to ASUS, called Ceraluminum, which is a fusion of ceramics and aerospace grade aluminum. So for extra durability, and I really like the texture and the feel to that laptop. And then finally, what do you have for music lovers? Maybe a stocking stuffer suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely. So this pick is from Best Buy and it's from their holiday gift guide. So lots of great product over there in terms of gifts for really the whole family or anyone on your list. And this is what my son wanted this year. So he's 15 years old and he loves tech, as you know, Mark. And he was talking a lot about these earbuds. They are the Bose Open True wireless earbuds. And basically what that means that these open earbuds, they kind of sit in your ear, but sort of a little bit more kind of on top of your ear. And what's unique about them is that, yes, you have 7.5 hours of playtime. You also have a built-in mic, really great audio quality. But I love that you can be aware of your surroundings while you're using them so that they're not canceling the noise. As a mom of a kid who is walking to school, I love the fact that he can listen to his favorite music or podcasts, and he also is aware of his surroundings. So a really great pick, and they come in a number of different colors.
All right, so that's the Bose Open True wireless earbuds, which you can pick up at bestbuy.ca or at retail stores. And then Amber, please again remind us the website so we can read up more on all of these suggestions.
Yeah, absolutely. So the website is ambermac.com, and featured on the homepage, you will see all of these picks.
All right. Amber, always great to chat with you. Wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season this year. All the best.
Thank you so much.
As if we didn't have enough great gadget gift guides this hour, we're also going to catch up with Stephanie Humphrey when we return on Tech It Out. We'll be right back. Hang tight.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
Hey, are you still searching for those perfect holiday gifts? Well, now that we're in the middle of December, it's time, people. Good thing for us, we've got tech life expert Stephanie Humphrey on the line with her roundup of gotta have it picks to put on your holiday shopping list. Hey, Stephanie, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us once again.
Same to you, Mark. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, I'm working with some great brands today for some gifts and ideas that I think you got to get this year.
All right. Well, I see you've got a table packed with some gadgets and gear that I know you're going to be chatting about on several TV stations. Thanks for carving out some time for us. So why don't we start with something that's creative and personalized? Who doesn't like a personalized gift?
That's right. And saving precious memories is one of the best gifts you can give your family. And Mixbook, the #1 rated photo book platform, makes it easy to create personalized gifts like photo books, calendars, holiday cards, and a lot more. And you can use Mixbook's customizable templates and unique personalization tools to turn your cherished memories into stunning keepsakes. And for a limited time, you're going to get a complimentary Mixbook movie with your photo book purchase. So that brings your photos to life in a cinematic video that you can instantly share.
All right, so that's mixbook.com. And I know they've got, as you hinted at, lots of different ways to personalize photo gifts for your friends and family. Love it. Now let's pivot and chat smart home ideas. What do you like?
Well, giving your family a sense of security will always be a welcome gift too, right? And the Ecobee Total Security and Savings Bundle features some of their award-winning products like the Smart Doorbell Camera, Smart Thermostat Premium, and Smart Sensors. You can easily control everything from your phone or your smart home assistant, and you get a full year's access to Ecobee Smart Security Complete with 24/7 professional monitoring. So this bundle is going to be everything you need to keep your home comfortable and safe.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the brand Ecobee. I think most people think they only do smart thermostats, but they've got a whole lineup of products, ecobee.com. And speaking of websites, she's going to plug a website at the end of our chat to see these products in action, check out pricing because it could fluctuate, and of course, grab links to buy them. Awesome. And Steph, how about a practical idea for the DIYer or craftsperson in your family or on your gift list?
Well, whether you're a master craftsman or an everyday crafter, the Festool Sustainer Organizer Sys 3 is going to keep all the tools of your trade organized, protected, and accessible. Now, with the ability to transport and find small parts easily, you truly get a place for everything. Plastic containers that can be individually configured and a clear lid make the Sustainer Organizers the perfect addition to any workspace or craft room. It's the ideal gift really to help the DIYer or the pro in your life stay organized and efficient.
I'm looking at the Festool products right now. I'm thinking this could be really great for my garage. I'm not so handy, but it can help keep me organized. Love it. And then why don't we end off with two more gotta have it tech ideas for the family this holiday season?
Right. Well, the HP All-In plan is tech your whole family will be able to take advantage of now and all year long. It's an all-inclusive print service that includes a new HP printer for your home with automatic ink delivery and 24/7 live support. It's the ultimate convenience for all your printing needs like recipes or those holiday wish lists. And with flexible plan options that start at just $6.99 a month, the HP All-In plan lets you save time and get back to enjoying the holidays with your family. And this holiday season, T-Mobile has tech the whole family is going to love, including free smartphones like the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL when you add a line or trade on any Go 5G plan, or a free JBL Clip 5 when you buy the T-Mobile exclusive Harman Kardon Onyx Studio 9. Plus, you can switch the whole family and score big with 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for just $100 a month, all on America's largest and fastest 5G network.
So T-Mobile and HP All-In plan. For all of these items, Stephanie, I hinted at a website you're going to share with us. So yeah, where can we go for more and to see these? Because of course, this is a radio or podcast interview. I want to make sure our listeners can also see them.
Yeah, you can check out everything I covered. You can get the links to buy. Just head to inthenews.tv.
And on social media, is it Tech Life Steph? Can you give us your handles?
Yeah, I'm at Tech Life Steph on every platform, so you can find me anywhere, but I'm usually on Instagram the most.
And Steph is STEPH, of course.
Correct.
Yes, on Insta. That's where I follow you. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thanks again for chatting with us today. All the best.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to Tech It Out, everyone. Powered by Intel Core Ultra PCs, Series 2 PCs. These are AI PCs that help you get more done in less time for creators, educators, those looking for productivity, gamers, travelers. The list goes on and on. Intel.com/AI PC for more. That's Intel.com/AI PC. Have a fantastic rest of your day, everyone. And I look forward to catching up with you next weekend for another brand new episode of Tech It Out.